Great Debaters Contest is brought to you by Safaricom M-Pesa. Various debaters across the country came out guns blazing and only 6 individuals outdid the rest. Valiant Wayaki, Strathmore School, Frida Murugi, Mary Hill Girls, Mohammed Abdullahi, Light Academy, Grace Washanga, Bishop Gatimu Ngandu Girls, Brian Munaita, Utumishi Boys, and Neeman Deti Kahuhia Girls battle it out, and only one of them will walk away with the bragging rights to the title, The Great Debater.
Hello and welcome to this very special edition of the Great Debaters Contest. I am Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Nyembo.
Eastern, Central, Rift Valley, you name it. We have traversed the country looking to bring you the very best debaters that this country has to offer, and now they are before you ready to debate. I want to introduce you to Frida, Valiant, Mohammed, Nima, Brian, and Grace.
This is a very contemporary motion. Looking at it from a perspective that it addresses the basic unit of society, which is the family, vis-a-vis the home. So, should the government pay women to be homemakers?
In this debate, the debaters have the freedom to be either proposers or opposers, and we give them each 3 minutes, after which they'll have questions, and they will have 1 minute to respond. We now hand it over to the first debater. Valiant, you have 3 minutes.
Let's start by defining the terms. What is the government? Now, the government is an organization that is selected, usually in a democratic country, to govern the country. They are in charge of most, if not all, of the operations that go on in the country, be it business, be it social, be it even physical. And here I'm talking about health. The government is in charge of the country's health. Now, what do we mean by women? A person of the female gender, I suppose. I don't think I can go much deeper than that without getting into explicit stuff. So, let us move on to the next term. What do I mean by a homemaker? By a homemaker, I mean a woman who stays at home and takes care of the family. She raises her children at home, and therefore, as implied, she doesn't go to work, as we understand it in the literal sense of the word, and that is leaving home in the morning, going to work, coming back in the evening. Now, why do I think that women should be subjected to the horrors of home living and should be forced by payment to take care of their children? Well, I think it's really simple. A child needs their mother. I'll tell you a bit about my mother. My mother is an amazing person. My mother left her job when I was in nursery school so that she could take care of me and my siblings. My mother has spent a lot of time with me, and I am here to suggest that she might be the reason for the success that I am currently enjoying, as is exhibited by the fact that I'm standing among 6 of the best debaters in the country. Now, my mother is also a psychologist, so she's helped me out a bit on this. She has told me about something called the Bowes theory in psychology, which basically states that the more a child spends time with their mother, the more a stable human being they become. They actually tend to have better immunity, as we see when we have children breastfeeding for longer. So it turns out that breast milk is important. And so I definitely think that mothers should be allowed to stay home and give more breast milk, because it is necessary to forming a socially well-rounded person. The more a child spends time with a mother, the more attached they grow to humanity. The more a child spends time with the mother, the more the feelings can become. They are able to be emotionally capable, beg your pardon. So if we take the mothers away from the children, we've killed our society. Let the government pay women to be homemakers. Thank you.
Frida, you're up next. You also have 3 minutes.
My name is Frida Murugi from the Mary Hill Girls High School. Who is a homemaker? A homemaker is a woman whose main occupation is to take care of the family needs and, of course, any other issue related to taking care of a family and a house. Now, women over time have lived in a male chauvinistic society. And you know that since time immemorial, women have tried to fight this. And why has the government come with this motion? To begin with, the government has realized that there is increase in immorality and crime rates in the country. And the best they could do is to say that we remove women from their present careers and take them back home so they can take care of the kids. But is that the best option? To me, I say no. Because why don't we charge the society at large? The churches, they also have an obligation to take care of the children, so we do not exactly have to take women from their careers and bring them back home so that we reduce such issues. Besides, how do you take a PhD holder back home to beat curtains and carpets? Because that's what a homemaker does. Again, I want to talk about there is no standard measure to motherhood. So you cannot really pay a mother for the love they have given to you. Besides, how do you measure who loves the kids more? Is it the one who has 6 kids or the one who has 1 kid? How? So how is the government going to be able to pay mothers for being homemakers? How do you pay your mom for the spanking she did to you when you were young? Does that even make sense? So the motion generally does not provide ground for fairness, because there's some women who are not really homemakers and they will be paid in the process of paying mothers, just any mother. Besides, you can be a mother but not a homemaker. So I do not agree with the motion that we should pay women to become homemakers. Again, why would I pay you to become a homemaker? A woman has been given a responsibility by God to become a homemaker just by virtue of her being the one to give birth to a kid. It is like paying a student to read. That is a responsibility. No one has to pay you so that you become what you are. For instance, now, are you paid to eat? Now, I'm sure if there is something you're never forced to do is to eat. That I'm sure, and you cannot dispute it. So the same way, a mother cannot be paid to become a mother. A mother is a mother. Let us not make motherhood an economic activity. Besides, I want to grow to become a mother, a homemaker. But if I do not have it in me, money will not buy me to become loving to the kids. Thank you.
Ask not what a homemaker is, because they are life makers. Mohammed Abdullahi, representing Light Academy. Far and away, the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to do work, and work worth doing because of its returns. And mom's work is no exception. A private chef, a house cleaner, a child caretaker, a loan officer, all in one, using the least amount of counting monetary tasks, it requires $100,000 to have all this. But by virtue of having a woman, I'm sorry, not to be a male chauvinist, but a wife, if to use a better word, all this is done by the lady at home with no work, no payment. But time has come for change to occur and take the efforts that our wives, our sisters, our aunties and our grandmothers put to appreciate what they do. Contribution always deserves compensation. Why would we pay women to be homemakers? Apparently, it will give women the freedom, especially the economic freedom. In what sense? They stay at home throughout the day, spend time with kids, do the laundry, but at the end of the day, what awaits them is domestic violence, despised by their husbands. Is this justice? If at all, economic justice is to be observed. Is this what we do in the 21st century? I think otherwise. Secondly, it will allow the government to handle the GDP better. In what sense? Homemaking will be taken as an economic activity. Now, GDP figures are usually given, but unfortunately, statistics is the ability to bring out facts unfortunately, unreliable facts from reliable figures. So in the same sense, taking homemaking as an economic activity, it will increase the chances of raising our GDP as a country. It will give the women a free atmosphere and the freedom from the evil eye that society looks them at, in the sense that they are parasites depending on men. Now they'll be more independent. Finally, let the world come at me with all reasons for trouble. I am a traitor if I give up my conviction in the service of mom and all ladies in this house. Thank you.
Okay, Grace, you're up next. You also have 3 minutes.
Mother, your job deserves a pay. My name is Grace Washanga from Bishop Gatimugando, proposing this motion that states that the government should pay women to be homemakers. The government is a rule of the people, to the people, by the people. Well, a homemaker is a person, especially a woman, in this case, a woman whose responsibility is to take care of household activities in her family. Well, a woman, to me, is love. I see a woman, I see love. I see Judge Booker, I see love. If I had a problem, I'd run to you as the first person in this room. But let's go straight ahead to why I feel that women should be paid. Someone said that motherhood is priceless, that we cannot put a price in motherhood. Well, let me say, it's the least we could do. If I had money, I'd be paying my mother monthly. My father passed away and my mother took up the duty. If the government was paying my mother, I'd be very proud. And if I had money, I think I'd pay her myself. Well, in a 2-hour bilingual debate in the by the NEC committee, they said that peace was considered a woman's issue. If we look at the criminals and possibly dig down to their roots, to how they started, we look at the motherhood. Some of them were street children. Some of them were from brutal fathers, very sad lives. But what would happen if a mother who abandoned this child was motivated by a token, by a pay, to take care of this child? The child would become a very useful person in society. It will give women peace in motherhood. An article in the Standard newspaper on August 4th, 2012, gave a story of a lady who left her job to go and take care of her children, but continuously suffered physical abuse from her husband. She fled and left the children. Tell me, if this woman had a pay, if this woman knew that she had a source of finance to take care of her children, do you think she would have left her children? I do not think so. They say advice is like a miniskirt. It only covers the essentials. Mine is quite simple, very short. Give Caesar what is due to Caesar. Let's give our mothers a token. Thank you.
Nikikutazama M-Pesa, moyo wayoyoma M-Pesa, kipenzi changolo, oh 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 oh, na kuyanza. Nikikutazama M-Pesa, moyo wayoyoma M-Pesa, kipenzi changolo, oh oh oh, na kuyanza.
Take part in the M Challenge by sending your short song, rap or poem about Safaricom M-Pesa on WhatsApp, and you could win 1,000 shillings in Safaricom airtime.
Brian, you'll be next. You also have 3 minutes.
The government should pay women to be homemakers. I would wish to kindly request us not to be too rosy about this topic. As Kenyans, we usually love rosy things. We don't really look at the logic behind it. Now, what is a government? A government is a body that governs or sets the rules that define a country's legality and its ways. A homemaker is a person who is responsible for taking care of his or her family. Now, I would underline his or her. So that is the first problem with this motion. It is subjective. In psychology, we all know of the Oedipus complex, how boys are more attuned to their mothers and girls are more attuned to their fathers. So if you make a mother the homemaker, and it's a little girl we are raising, there is psychologically some defect in that. We have the current phenomenon in Kenya, this alpha female. The modern lady is no homemaker. The modern lady is all about equality. The modern lady is all about what men can do, we can do better. Men are not homemakers by nature, so they're basically saying that the careers men engage in, which are more manual and more technical, they are better at. The modern lady really does not want to be that involved in the house. They want to get children at perhaps 35 after they've boosted their careers and grown their careers. And so saying that you should pay them to be homemakers, it will just be as degrading as it was in Norway and Sweden, where they had to scrap this law. Why? Well, as they say, women are their own worst enemies. The women who were not homemakers and were not being paid for it insulted the others. They were like, msichu, mwone, ata, hafanyi kazi. So we also have this other issue of the pay. Who is going to pay, or rather, where is this money going to come from? We are taxpayers. Okay, I'm not, but the judges are. They are taxpayers, and they're going to be taxed more to pay homemakers. And once it becomes an economic activity per se, the homemakers themselves will be taxed to pay other homemakers who are themselves. So it's an endless cycle that really solves nothing. Also, what are we saying by this motion? We're encouraging some secondary girls who have babies to have hope in life and have babies as early as possible. Why? If I get a baby in high school, I'll be given money to take care of him, right? Now, permit me to say this, but paying homemakers really isn't the issue here. If I may refer to the wisest man who lived on earth, in his book of Proverbs 31, he says that an ideal woman sews the clothes of a family. She doesn't buy them. It's her job to homemake. It's her job. And let me ask you, how many of us really want to pay Eve for her mistake? Thank you.
Finally, we'll have Nima. You have 3 minutes.
I believe each and every one of us, it is my hope that all of you have had a taste of motherhood, a taste of a homemaker impacting in your life. Now, a homemaker is a person, especially a woman, who takes responsibility and care of household activities. When I think of a homemaker, a teacher, a homemaker, a nurse, a homemaker, a worker, a homemaker, love. A homemaker, one who brought you up in the ecstasies of love, cooked for you, fed you, dressed you, changed your poop and your soos. A homemaker, a woman. A woman is a cushion, a woman a shoulder to rely on. Now, once you educate a woman, you educate the whole nation. And behind every successful man lies a woman, I believe. Now, we are told in Proverbs that a wise son makes his father happy, but a foolish one makes his mother cry. I repeat, a wise son makes his father happy, but a foolish son makes his mother cry. Now, what a woman has done for us cannot be quantified in money. Motherhood is priceless. A mother is love. A mother is joy. A mother brings peace. A mother should be rewarded. A mother should be given a token of appreciation. Let the government pay women as homemakers, because women have built us. I am here today because of my mom, and I don't believe any one of you would have sat here if your mom didn't bear you. Life, source of life, that is what a woman is. Now, again, a woman reflects what you are. Now, if you look at yourself today, ask yourself one question. Will I give credit where it is due or not? Now, I believe our mothers deserve some credit. I repeat again, a woman, love. A woman, joy. A woman, peace. Thank you.
Why do I think I'm the best? I think because I have a certain freedom on stage that I'm afraid I don't see in other debaters, which might make me the best person. But the best thing about this thing is it's not up to me to decide whether I'm the best person. I don't know who it's up to, but I know it's not up to me. So I'm not going to have to tell these 5 people that they're not good, which they are, but I'm still the best. Yes.
I believe I'm the best debater, and besides, I know how to drum sense into you without exactly drumming it. And I'm independent. I also do not try to make you feel foolish, but I will point out at the foolish aspect in someone when they speak. That makes me good, if not better. And I'm also good because I do not insult my audience, but I tell you facts all the time, and I make it clear where you need to believe something and where you don't need to. In this case, you just have to believe that I'm best, and I become. Thank you.
The conviction that my mom deserves compensation for her contribution. I put myself into the shoes of my mother. Actually, before I came on stage, I called her. And I was like, Mom, I'm going on stage to be for a competition. She was like, what is the motion? Women should be paid to be homemakers. She was like, you've definitely won that, my son. I asked her why. Just consider me. 9 children, taking care of them. Yes, your father appreciates me, but he doesn't give me a cent.
So in being Grace Washanga, the debater, I am the best. And the main reason, God made me the best. But then again, my mother told me, I am the best. I'm the best debater. Thank you.
I want to show boys that it doesn't matter whether girls are empowered, sound it patriarchal as it may. That's why I want to win this, and that's why I believe I'm the best. I'm a boy. Girls have been empowered here. There are more girls' school in Kenya, etc., etc. But I believe that by winning this, I'll be able to inspire so many boys and girls. I know you're looking for gentlemen and saying they're wameisha, but I know that if I win this, gentlemen will be raised. And that's why I believe I'm the best, because I will inspire a generation of men who will change this country. Amen?
I believe I'm the best, because if God says I'm the best, I'm the best. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. If Jesus has said I'm the best, then I'm the best. Beyonce has helped me say that he has said yes and no one can say no. Thank you.
Well, we've had the greatest debaters debate amongst themselves. So, for the results, let's wait till the finals.
From us here at the Great Debaters Contest, till next time, I am Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Yambok. Catch you at the finals.
Be sure to watch the grand finale of Season 4 tomorrow, where these results will be announced. You can also send us your predictions on Facebook, Great Debaters Contests, and on Twitter at Great Debaters EA. The Great Debaters Contest was brought to you by Safaricom M-Pesa.